how magical it is to be a part of something like the Olympics. And he said there is truly nothing like it. Said for USA Basketball, their tradition, all the greats that have been a part of it, said it was so surreal, especially for a guy like him who didn't play in the NBA and wasn't one of the best players in the world, but to be sitting in a coach's meeting with Coach Popovich, Steve Kerr, Jeff Van Gundy, Ime, Jay Wright also said the pressure of an elimination game, said there is nothing like it, and that is an experience with his friends that he'll just never forget. And I know, Grant, you could talk about this for hours as well.
Yes, I can. And certainly, as you saw that picture, Ashley, just a lot of great basketball minds, and certainly running their teams, respective teams out west. But what a great experience for Will Hardy to be around all those coaching giants.
And guys, speaking of the Olympics even more, Ace Bailey is related to an Olympic gold medalist, his aunt Venus Lacey. And the whole family is a basketball family, though. His dad played college basketball right here in Houston. His mom played as well. I asked Ace, I said, I mean, you have an Olympic gold medalist in your family. Who's the baller of the family? And he said it was his mom. Said
UVU, thanks, Ashley. She coached Ace from the 2nd grade on. Mentioned Venus Lacey. She won gold with Team USA in Atlanta.
Mom didn't teach me any footwork.
Eason for 3. She taught you all the important things.
Yeah, she did.
Long lead pass. Sensabaugh tracks it down, teeters the baseline, deals back to Harkless. Harkless explodes down the lane, ran into traffic with the ball deflects right to Markkanen, who lays it in. Lowry has a team high 25. Ooh. Oh, did Harkless get buried by Şengün? A big hard screen. Eason pulls it in as Harkless is still shaking off the cobweb. Durant for 3. That was a scary looking collision.
Yeah, and if I'm Harkless, I'm upset with my teammates. You gotta speak. Whoever was setting the screen on Harkless has to make him aware that the screen is coming. That kind of miscommunication could be dangerous.
Sensabaugh works on Durant, steps back and cans a 3.
That was a nice move right there. And even after he made that shot, KD looked at him like, okay, I see you, young fella. Nice move.
Sensabaugh has 19 points in 22 minutes off the Utah bench as Love came out with a nice contest on that Shepherd 3. As out comes Conchar, a lob to Love. Love in the mismatch inside. He'll kiss it off the window. Kevin Rising presence for a mostly young Utah locker room.
Good to have a vet, someone who's been through it all, brings a lot to the table.
Shepherd for 3.
And you said it best. You don't have the point guard. So you have guys like Şengün, you have KD. Because of their one-on-one capabilities, it really puts the defense in an awkward situation. You double team, they will find you. And when they've done that, Houston has been able to convert.
Now the plan all along, even with Van Vliet, was to continue to develop Amen Thompson and Reed Shepherd to be ready to at some point step into that point guard spot. Şengün for 3, that's rebounded by Love. But so often this season, more often than not, you look at the box score and it looks like tonight, where Durant leads the way with 12 assists, Şengün has 8.
Well, when you have Durant and Şengün, they have those playmaking abilities.
Yeah.
And really, it's been by committee, as you mentioned earlier.
Sensabaugh with another triple. That talked about it earlier. Sensabaugh really seemed to be finding a rhythm prior to the All-Star break. Another young player on this Utah team. Şengün inside. He knocks Sensabaugh down. Back it goes to Durant. Durant for 3. Sensabaugh tips it, grabbed by Love. Love snaps an outlet pass to Markkanen as Markkanen throws it down. Kevin Love's middle name is Wesley, named after Wes Unseld. Eason 6'8", and the springy Thompson is the shortest at 6'7", as Markkanen with a vicious.
These start 3 players at least 6'10". Of course, the Rockets, but then also the Nets. Michael Porter Jr., Noah Clowney, and Nick Claxton. So certainly pays to have size and length if you're in Houston.
Shepherd's no-look pass is picked off by Conchar. Love opens up for 3. Eason tracks down the long rebound almost as Sensabaugh tried to knock it away. I have a sneaky suspicion that the Jazz next season is Harkless with the steal. He'll beat Sensabaugh. So Harkless, after getting picked off hard and hitting the floor on the other side of the break, shakes off the cobwebs, picks up a steal. We approach the midway point of the 4th quarter. Eason started to say you have a feeling that the Jazz might be one of those clubs going with a huge jumbo lineup next season, and that's it. Can't keep winning in perpetuity, a maximum of 2. So those Jazz have the ball back. A Conchar 3 doesn't go. A foul is called. O.J. Mayo, Russell Westbrook, Love's college teammate, and then Kevin as Love inside, tried to poke it in. Love looks to track it down. Bailey gets there. He'll send it all the way up top to Sensabaugh.
Looks like vintage Love on the offensive glass right there.
Sensabaugh fades away. His nice night continues as Sensabaugh now has 26 points in 26 minutes off that Utah bench.
He can score. I saw him play in high school, went to the same high school as my daughters, and saw a lot of him there. And he has really been hot in aggressive scoring from all over for the Jazz.
Teams so often can reflect the personality of their head coach as Smith works his way inside and draws the foul.
Struggling with the wins is vitally important. And then I think it's the character of the guys. You know, these guys are still trying to figure it out. A lot of these young guys.
And over on ESPN on Wednesday, Thunder, Pistons, Celtics, Nuggets. For more on these games, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. These youngsters with the Jazz know also, Grant, that moving forward, they may be competing against each other for spots. I mean, you have Jaren Jackson, who's going to be back. Walker Kessler will be back as well. They've dealt with a number of injuries as Bailey looks to go baseline, lost the basketball. It's tracked down by Conchar, who pokes it to Harkless. Harkless puts it up, has it blocked out of bounds. The good Bailey gets it off in time by rule if there's more than 0.3 seconds.
Made some changes. You're bringing in Jaren Jackson Jr., Keontae George, the year he's had. So guys trying to prove that they belong. They can be a part of this core, knowing that the future, there's a lot of upside with this group. And who exactly is going to be a part of that remains to be seen.
George has just a load of promise, averaging 24 points a game, and this is third season. He continues to improve by
to the Jazz, hoping that the ping pong balls will bounce their way at the draft lottery. They've never had a #1 overall pick. Maybe that'll change this year. We'll see.
We shall see. George and Markman really have fostered a relationship, and actually you have more.
Yeah, and I was going to say maybe their chemistry just flourished because 2 off retreat trip, and he said they're actually putting together a group as we speak to go there again this summer. But 4 or 5 of the guys are expected to go see Finland, experience another culture. Coach Hardy just emphasizing the importance, you guys.
No question. Culture isn't just a word when you're talking about this Jazz organization.
100%. You know, you build that trust, and you can build a sense of being honest and real and comfort with one another. And so I love it, although I hope he's not recruiting him for the Finnish national team.
Holiday badgered by Harkless. There's no sport like basketball in terms of the chemistry being essential. And Shengun tries to bully his way down the lane. He puts it up and draws the foul. If your quarterback doesn't like your middle linebacker.
You need each other. It's a long season. You spend an incredible amount of time together. Like broadcasters, you know, we respect each other, you know.
Indeed.
I think Ashley respects us.
Absolutely, guys.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right,
there's a long pause there, Ashley.
Sorry, I put my mic down. I had to grab it for a minute.
Collier relays, and he'll find Bailey. Back it goes to Collier. Shengun secures his 9th rebound. He is a double-double and a triple-double threat every night. 16 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. The Rockets starting center, and he'll find Smith. What a night! 31 now for Jabari Smith.
And whatever Jabari Smith had for his pregame meal, I suggest he eat that for every meal, because he is been a force.
Collier connects. He has 31 here this evening. We approach the 2-minute mark.
Imagine Shingun will try to get him another look.
Jabari's ready. There it is. Rebounded by Bailey. Collier on a dead run. Ripping pass to Filipowski, who runs the floor. Filipowski draws the foul. And